Welcome back to Talk It Out with Donna. Today, guys, I have a story that I want to share with you. It's about migrating to the US. You guys know that I am a Jamaican and I'm now living in the US. So I I I want to share this story but what really triggered me to share this story with you. I was on Facebook yesterday and I saw this video and I want to play it. It's just a little short video. I'm going to play it and now I am going to explain my story. So hold on, let me just bring up the video and share the video with you guys.
I try a thing for help her family.
Hold on there.
In America, I try a thing for help her family. She married and I wait for her papers. Boom, her papers come through. She filed for her daughter. Her auntie take care of her daughter in a Jamaica. So you don't know, say, the woman call her auntie and tell her auntie, say, the papers come through for her daughter. Why has the papers come through for the woman daughter? The daughter takes sick. All of a sudden they in a hospital. I go mad. How that makes sense? You are going to tell me, say, no, this whole time my daughter never sick. And because me tell you, say, the paperwork come through, the pitney get sick. Here why the pitney get sick now? The money where I come to Jamaica to take care of her daughter, actually take care of her whole family. So she don't want a little pitney leave because that the pitney are the source of income in a fear house. So she want to keep the pitney in Jamaica.
It's so painful to listen to. It's just to listen to it. I'm not sure if he's just assuming or this is just reality, but I'm just gonna speak my story. It pained me when we hear that story because if that is really true, what happened to the heart of mankind? I mean, it's happening every day around the world, but sometimes we hope is like to just hope things gonna be calm and and unity is gonna be there with us. Um, oh my God. I remember when I was young, I mean, I have all my four kids, them, I think they were like um, 2, 4, 6, and 8, because I have four children. And during that time, I got an opportunity to go to Canada. And the guy that wanted to marry me and bring me to Canada, I asked him if he was going to um, bring my children with him, and he said no. Okay, so when I was raising my kids, I didn't have anyone to leave all my children with, knowing that they were going to be in a safe home. So I feel like I couldn't go because I need my children to be protected. So I didn't take the opportunity, and the opportunity come more than once for me to go away, and I did not take it because what happened to me as a child, I did not want it to happen to my children. No, with the family of my family to leave my children with. It's not like I don't trust my family. I just want to be there for my children. And story like this, I was always paranoid. Um I was always skeptic. I was always afraid to just leave them for long. I mean, if my children go with family, it it just it's just always on my heart. It's always because of what I've gone through. So because of that, it kind of made me scared. Anyways, so I chose never to go until my kids them were able to take care of themselves. I get the opportunity again. My husband was here, so I decided that I wanted to come because and I um were boyfriend and girlfriend in Jamaica. So he came back and he married to me, and I get to come here. I filed for them. During the time that they were there, I decided that the 2-bedroom house that I rented, I want them to be as comfortable as possible in that 2-bedroom house. So I leave them there. I know the kind of children them that I have. I know them to the T, and I know I'm not gonna say they were perfect, but I know the children that I raised. I know they listen to me when I speak, and so because of that, I wasn't so worried that I wasn't gonna they weren't gonna be okay. So what I did was leave them in that 2 bedroom house that I rented for me and them, and tell them to be comfortable as possible. I sit down with my children before I leave for months. When I decided I am going to leave Jamaica, I sit with them and I said, listen, um, Samantha was 20. Was she? She wasn't 20 yet. She was 8. She was 19. Yeah, she was 19. She was really 19. Yeah, come to think of it, is yeah, she was 19 years old. And I said to her, I put all of them in our room and I sit with them and I said, I am going to go away. And they said, what? And I sit with them and I talk to them. I said, please, I'm not going to tell you don't have any boyfriend, because she was almost 20. My hope was not for her, but I tell her, protect yourself. I am not here right now. Do not go and get a baby. I want you to, because my second daughter was so mature as well, and she was the chef in the house. Even when I was there, she used to cook a lot. She start cooking. Everybody was eating our food since she was 11 years old. And now my other three kids don't cook as much as her. They cannot cook as good as her. So it's like she was the one who I rely on to mostly prepare the meals, because when she do it so well, you think it's me. So at that time, she was 17. So I leave them all four of them together in that 2 bedroom house. I talk to them. I sit with them. I said, please don't get pregnant, because if you get pregnant here now at such a young age, you're gonna be stagnant. You're gonna be on your own. I'm not gonna able to help. So don't find yourself with a baby right now if you cannot. Don't find yourself with somebody that cannot help you when you get pregnant. You see what I have gone through, how many hunger we have bear together, how many things we have gone through. They know. I said, don't put yourself back in this situation. And I am going to leave. And as soon as I have the opportunity, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, you're going to be with me where I am. I just need better for you and I need better for myself. And I sit with them and I talk to them days upon days, and I repeat the things them that I'm saying to you over and over in their head until they get it. I jinx it, I rinse it. I jinx it, I rinse it. I didn't want to leave them with anyone. I did not want to leave my children them with no family or no friend, because I know how I raised them. They weren't the kind of children that who fight and argue and fuss with each other all the time. They were loving towards each other. So I know the kind of children them that I have, and I decided that I don't want anyone else in that house with them. I would ask my auntie to go and check up on them every now and then, or my dad, but I just want them to have their own space. So listening to this story, it kind of just bring a pain to my heart, because sometimes we as parents make the opportunity that we're getting blindside us and leave our children behind, and don't. And I bear so much hungry. I have bear so much hunger, but I choose to stay with my children them, because I know one day God is just going to help me when the time is right. Sometimes we as parents, and I'm not saying she do it, I'm just saying we as parents need to really think through that we bring forth these children in this world, and we're supposed to protect them. We're supposed to protect them with every single thing in our heart, in our mind, in our body, in our soul. We have to protect our children. Them. We have to put them first. Put God first and put your children. You have to remember that these are your children and they did not ask to be here. So sometimes you cannot leave them unless they're qualified to stay with by themselves. I am sure that when you're sending money to Jamaica, my daughter was saying that yesterday when I was talking about that, she said, Mommy, I remember when you used to send money for we every week. When you used to send money for us every week. And it's like we feel like we did rich, because the amount of money that we were collecting from MoneyGram or Western Union. If I send a $500, they get a lot of money. So when they used to be in Jamaica, if they used to get $200 for lunch money, when I was here, them getting $500 or $600 because I send enough money for make sure that I make sure all of them have a smartphone that I can video call them anywhere them there, and if them don't answer, they have to tell me where they were, why they didn't answer, apart from I know time when they're supposed to be in class. And I would call the teachers from up here. I used to call Osemate. I used to call the school that my daughter used to go, reach out to the teachers and the coaches and stuff for that they play games with. I used to communicate with them to make sure that they were at school. I was on top of games all the time, even though I was here. So what I'm trying to say, sometimes we have to grind with the children and we have to grind until better come. And now, see, my 4 children is here with me. They are here. The oldest one, which is Samantha, she had take long to come because she was supposed to be here and she just came a few months ago, but she was supposed to be here 2020. But because, Trump closed down immigration for a whole year and all these backlog came up, she didn't get to come until 2023. But January 2020, they sent me the documents to do our visa. And once you did that, you do that application for that visa, that process not going to take more than 6 months. So she would be here in 2020, but because I think March 2020, Trump shut down immigration, and that has messed up a lot of stuff. So it lay her back almost 3 years, 2.5, 3 years before she get here. But the good thing about it, she's here. The other three, they were the youngest. So we got married. I'm going to talk about this at different time because this, I don't want the video to be too long. But I'm just saying, right? I'm going to talk about, the process of how my kids come here and how I did my paperwork and stuff. I'm going to talk about it on this channel. So you guys stay tuned and don't forget to like the video. Please like the video and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But my children, they came here a little bit over a year after I came here. Was it a little bit over a year? Yeah, it wasn't 2 years. It was like a year and 6 months, I think. 1 year and 6 months it took. And it could have come through in 12 months. But what happened was I have gotten the emails from immigration and they went into my junk mail. And I did not get any letter because I signed up for electronic when I was doing the paperwork. And the letter go into the junk. And I was wondering why I did not hear from them. And 3.5 months later, I find the letters, the mail in my junk mail. I cry, I literally cry because I know that it's going to push back the process when you don't respond to them. But I'll talk about some of these stuff in future videos. But I'm saying, if you have your children as a mother, sometimes it's very hard and we want the opportunity. But if it's not somebody, if you have one little doubt, if you and that person never used to get along, if there is some form of red flag with that person, don't leave your children with them. That is my advice. I feel so, like when I was watching the video, it's like my eardrum was boom, boom. I just didn't want to hear that. Because every time I listen to this situation, I remember my children. I remember them. They were in that same position, but they weren't with a family, they were with themselves. During that time, a family could have tried to come there and take over, but that's why my daughters are feisty and they wouldn't allow anyone to come and, want to stay there with them and try to take over because they want to run things. I teach them to be a leader and not a follower. And that's what I like, what I did and how I raised my kids. If I tell you how much I'm proud to watch them today and give God thanks that I didn't have to go through any of these things. I myself, as a child, have been through so much, and I try to prepare my children them for the better or for the worse. I prepare them mentally to be strong. And if I tell you that I am proud of myself again, one more time for how I raised them, I'm gonna be a lie because I think I did an amazing job comparing to how I was raised. Honestly, I have to give myself that credit. At some point, I do because sometimes as a person you don't give yourself that credit, but I have to give myself that credit now because I look back and I see the sacrifice that I have made for my children, them for them to have a better life. And I listened to this blogger guy said that um how we spoil the children them and we don't make them want and this and that and that and that. I try my best to give my children them what they need, not what they want. I try my best to make them comfortable, to give them make them feel what a little luxury is like when I could afford it. I do make them feel special. I do. So I did and I still do. I did make them feel special and I still do make them feel special. So at the end of the day, you have to make your children them feel um, that sense of love. So you're not going to treat them bad and bring them up like a slave. Just show your children that you appreciate them, you love them, and you respect them. Because once you do that, they will respect you. But I am just saying, I'm happy I didn't take the opportunity because I wouldn't have this relationship with my children today. If I did leave them at a very young age to go get a better life, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have this bond with them. I don't believe so. I have a bond with my children, then we're like friends. They know and respect me as a mother, but we also have a friendship. And that's what I love about my children. And yeah, that's what I love about my children. We have a little friendship, but they know that I am their mother and they should respect me as big as they are. So to God be the glory. And that is my advice and that is my story that I little sent that I want to share with you guys um, about this video. And if you have any suggestion or anything where you think drop it in the comment section. I'm looking for your comments. I love to read your feedbacks. So please, and remember to like and share and tell a friend or a family. Share it with your friends and family. Share my video with your friends and family. I truly, truly appreciate it. But for now, guys, I'll see you soon and walk with enough love and stay blessed. Okay? Bye.